are you all doing? Hope today is amazing for you. Hope the weather is not too sunny, neither is it too hot or harsh on your skin. How are you all? I hope you're doing very, very well for yourselves today. Well, today you are watching SRTV again on Law and Order. Law and Order. You know, on this show, we practically talk about what happens. Like, how are you meant to live your life? How are you meant to function as a person? How are you meant to function as a citizen? How are you meant to function as that being that has been created in this open space? So, today on Law and Order, yeah, we talk about issues, we talk about the challenges we face, we talk about whether insecurities or little, it could be minor issue, it could be a major issue, it could be something that as a person you've been battling with it and you've been asking, how am I supposed to take this up? Who am I supposed to take this issue to? Who is supposed to help me? Who is supposed to hear me out in this particular issue? Who is supposed to listen to me? Well, that is why I am here for you. We'll talk about the various things that are happening in the country, in the world at large, and just to make sure that you as a person, you feel loved, even with the laws that have been placed in the country, even with the orders that you're supposed to follow, you feel loved to carry out these actions without being pressurized. Welcome once again to Law and Order. I am Mykael, Deborah, and I will be your host for today's show. Well, if you're following us for the very first time or you're watching us for the very first time, I would advise that you do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Well, today there's this troubling topic that has been disturbing me actually, and I have been seeing it a lot. Like, I come in contact with it, not as if not as personally, but I see it happening, and I tend to ask: is it that there is nothing, or people cannot just stand up for themselves and face these situations and avert these problems? Can't they do such things for themselves? Well, narrowing it down: domestic violence. Domestic violence. Domestic violence is not just on the women, it's on both parties, it's on the general gender base. It affects the male, it affects the female. But what exactly is domestic violence? That is one of our highlights. What exactly is domestic violence? Another of the highlights today will be, how can I, as a person, if I am in that shoe, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to cry out? People are crying out, yes, but most people don't cry out for others to hear and help them to overcome this problems that they're passing through. Instead, they die in silence. You can remember of a story of a very prominent woman of God who was a singer. We all know that story. Mrs. Osinachi, may her soul rest in peace, and may it continue resting on. Though, she passed through domestic violence. Like, it's an abuse. Like, people just try to tamper with your rights as a human, but and make you not but and make you feel less of a person, that you can't even stand up to voice out for yourself. Another of our highlights today on domestic violence is entitlement of the abuser. Like, the abusers, they feel so entitled that they just want to do this. They just want to abuse this person. We're going to be talking about domestic violence today. Don't go anywhere. This topic is a topic that if you really calm down to follow it. You understand that it's happening everywhere, and people are not saying that this is what they are passing through. And every day we keep counting losses. Either you see something on the internet of someone's battered face, or you see something on the internet of someone's like so many things that normally they are awful to be seen. That is what we see, and that is the relationship of domestic violence. So please, my viewers, don't go anywhere, because this topic is going to be buzz. Don't go anywhere. Before we go for our break, I'll be using a particular movie to throw more light about this domestic violence, and also help you as a person to live. They say it is better you live than to die there. So if it is going to cause you, you know that this thing that is happening to you is going to cause you death, please live before whatsoever. So I would just advise, as a person, like I'm really going to advise you now as a person, that you should be careful. Be careful. If it's going to kill you, please walk away. It's better you walk away with your head on your neck and you are complete. But we'll be going for a short break, and after our break we would enter into the main discussion of the day.
At SRTV Film Academy, our students are not just learners. Through our comprehensive programs and hand-on trainings, they are transformed into confident and skilled professionals ready to face the world of filmmaking and journalism. We offer a range of courses from film acting to cinematography, costume and makeup design, special effects, script writing, directing, and lots more. Take the first step to unleashing your potentials on the big screen. Do well to register with us today. Remember, there is always a professional way to doing everything.
Acting is my true passion. I can't wait to dive into the beautiful world of character interpretations. The ability to step into someone else's shoes, feel what they feel, bring their stories to life is an exhilarating experience for me. SRTV Film Academy has a comprehensive curriculum that will help me refine my acting skills, explore different acting techniques, and of course, help me find my unique voice as an actor. I am so ready to take on any role, embrace any challenge, and make my impact in the world of film.
Cinematography has always fascinated me, and I am thrilled to be able to hone my skill at SRTV Film Academy, and I can already envision myself behind camera capturing electrifying, breathtaking shots that will leave the audience in awe. Yeah, for real.
Being a part of SRTV Film Academy means I get to take my love for makeup to a whole new level. Special effects makeup is like magic, I tell you. Allow me to create scars, wounds, and fantastic creatures. I can't wait to learn to use the art of prosthetic to create imaginary world. And all hands on deck and guidance from professionals at SRTV Film Academy will help refine my skill and turn my passion into a career. I'm eager to unleash my creativity and make a lasting impression in the world of film and television.
As someone who is passionate about reporting and journalism, I am more than thrilled to be part of this prestigious academy. I can't wait to learn how to effectively communicate or engage with viewers through reporting and storytelling.
SRTV Film Academy Abuja, enroll today!
We're gonna shoot you! We're gonna shoot you!
want you not to go anywhere, and I hope you are remaining seated on your seat or watching your phone right now as we talk about domestic violence on Law and Order. Well, briefly before the movie, the review on the movie will be coming up, I would want us to understand what exactly is domestic violence. Like, what exactly is domestic violence? Because we keep hearing domestic violence, but we don't even understand what that term is. Well, domestic violence is an ongoing pattern. Like, it's something that occurs and it can affect you physically, verbally, financially, psychologically, in fact, sexually, because I feel the sexual part is the one that is more alarming in our country today. The sexual part and the physical abuse. You get to see somebody all beaten up or all raped because of that word, domestic violence. There are common scenarios, common cases like threats. People just feel that because they have power, they want to take it out on anybody, and they just put out threats on someone with lesser authority, or someone that you feel that person doesn't even have anything to offer. So it could be threats, it could be physical abuse. You know what physical abuse is: beatings, having wounds that are not meant to be given or seen on the person's body. It could be rape. Like, millions of people out there, both male and female. So domestic violence is not just subjected to one gender. It is to both male and female. They face through, they pass through this situation. They pass through it. Rape. Another thing is harassment. You see somebody on the road and you just start harassing the person. Oh, you look at the way you are. Verbal words. There's a way you use your words on somebody that, in fact, you've actually violated that person. Like, for instance, maybe I dress up and I go out, and you're like, you look like a slut. Maybe I wasn't even dressed like a slut in the first place. Or you see somebody, and because of the way the person is looking a bit unkempt, instead of being polite to the person and be like, why are you dressed this way? Is it that you don't have clothes to wear? Can I help you with something? No, it is, why do you look like a mad person? You're actually harassing that person, because that statement is not, it's not really nice. You yourself as a person, put yourself in that person's shoes. Sometimes put yourself in that person's shoes. Okay, so moving ahead, I want to talk about something in domestic violence. And you will ask, what is that thing I want to talk about in domestic violence? That is, where did it start from? Where? How does it begin? Well, using some people's background, for instance, children that grow up in some certain families, that they find out that growing up they meet their father either harassing their mom, beating her, abusing her, doing all things that are awful. This kind of children, they grow up with this mindset that, in as much as my mom still remains in this house, that means everything my father is doing is not wrong. Even when the heart of the child is pricking and saying, this thing daddy is doing is not good, or this thing mommy is doing is not good, it still stays in the life of that child. So sometimes that child grows with that atmosphere, that child grows with that sense, that child grows with that idea that it's a normal thing. So I would say it starts from the background sometimes. Most times, not sometimes. Most times it starts from the background. Like this child grew up of- in an environment that is not good. Yeah. He grew up in an environment that is not good, or she grew up in an environment that is not good. So along the line, when this person gets married, you see that it's not, you now start hearing, this man dey beat him wife, or this woman she dey harass her husband, or she dey fight her husband. All these things is because of the background of that child, because of the background of that child. So as humans, we have to be careful. Like when I say careful, the society we find ourselves, your children are at greater risk, because no matter how you feel, because my dad beats my mom or whatsoever, when I grow up I won't do that to my wife. Somehow you just find yourself doing such a thing. There was a movie I watched some years back. I am knocking on heaven's gate, and the man, he always beats his wife. He always beats her, and after beating her, he will come back and buy gifts and apologize. I think the cast for that movie was Blossom and Ajiswa. Like he will come back and apologize, but at the point she got it to this place and she had to leave. And later on, when people tried finding out what happened, what is the actual cause for you violating your wife this way, he had to say he grew up in a family where his dad always beat his mom. It's true that while growing up, he vowed never to lay his hands on his wife, but somehow, because it has entered him, as he got married, he started doing the same thing. So the background of these children could actually push them into doing or into committing domestic violence. It could actually push them to becoming an abuser. And that is what we are trying to run away from. Not to be an abuser. Most victims can't even speak up. That is the funniest part. They cannot speak up. They just feel, it's happening already. Now let me just remain. If I leave now, how would I? Somebody said, if I leave now, how would I face the world? Okay, before you met that person, were you not facing the world? So please, instead of killing yourself in that relationship, because most times this thing occurs in relationships, most times. So instead of killing yourself in that relationship, back out, like back away. Like if they say carry your slippers and run, if you see a lion now, you actually run. So back away from it. Back away from it. Okay, so the video will be coming up. I told you that I will be using a video today, so it will be coming up, and I want you to see, just know the view and know how it is.
Let's imagine having a reverse reduction. I am going to the supermarket to get some things. My battery is very low. Rain, the network. Yeah, don't be ridiculous.
Follow like this. Follow like this. I'm not going to come again.
You can be feeling like this.
What?
It's just that after 1 year, it's looking like this woman is gone.
To where?
Just like every man, you probably mourn for a year and you marry shortly after.
Living a fiction like hanging in the that's the way to live. That's if I drawn on her account earlier today. Where is my wife? Where is my wife? I don't trust them to deal with this kind of situation well. How dare you say a statement like that? Continue checking. Check everywhere. Leaving here.
Well, I know that's a thin line between love and obsession.
She's alive. I saw her with my own eyes. She's there. See? She gave yourself and recognize that she's there.
Welcome back from that short clip that we just watched. Now, sometimes people say the bed is rosy. You know, some marriages you see, you look at them, and if somebody tells you what the person is passing through in that house, you would not believe it. Okay, now just look at the little show the little video we just saw. Hmm? If I tell you there is domestic violence in this movie, you will not believe it, because from everything about the highlight of the movie, the whole marriage is being rosy. And that is what is happening today. Victims are not saying anything. So you see them, they come out, dressed all cute, all flashy, all glamorous, and before you know what is happening, the person is back to the house and the person is thinking of his life. You see them outside putting on fake smiles, wearing fake smiles every day, but they're passing through a lot. Like when I say they're passing through a lot, they're really passing through a lot. It says he was looking for his wife. Okay, from the beginning you saw what happened. That he can't spend the day without his wife. And if you listen very well, there was a part that I think the doctor said there is a thin line between obsession and love, and that is where most people are making these mistakes in their relationships. And that is why this domestic violence, it keeps coming and coming and coming, and people keep having issues every single day. We'll still be watching some um highlights of that movie, but before we go there, there's something I want to say. Why don't victims, why is it that the victims, why is it that they don't just leave? Why can't you just free yourself? It's true that divorce is divorce is not nice. Yes, it's true. I know that. But there are some scenarios that happen. In fact, I my one of my friends will say, if you're in a relationship and either the man or the woman, for one reason or the other, raise his hand, not beat you, like raise his hand, run away. Like, don't even proceed to go to the altar and say you want to get married to that person, because that person is going to turn you into a punching bag, whether you like it or not. So why don't they leave? They said, somebody said they're afraid of what may happen. I think I said something earlier. I said they are scared of, if I leave now, what will people say? Is it not better your head is on your neck than for people to come and bury you? Is it not better? Another person said they're concerned about their children's safety. Like, most of these people, they've given birth and they're so um they're so tied to their children. Okay, let me not leave now so that my husband gets married to another person and my children start to suffer. They're scared of their children's safety. It's better you leave, eh? Then invite your lawyers. Let them do what we call I don't even know the real word to use, but let there be a paper signed, a document. Yes, let there be a document. My child gets to see me this way. Like, you guys should divorce, but there should be accessibility to your children. It's better that way. Another person said financially dependent. These are for people that this one sometimes they choke sha. But even if it is because of the money, please leave. Try to start something for yourself. work for yourself, so that it will not be because of, if you die today, another person will collect that money and the world will still go on, whether you like it or you don't like it. So it is better you leave than to, follow and say, okay, because I don't really have anything, I'm not buoyant, let me just go. Please, please go. Somebody said most of them are still in love with their abuser and wish for only the violence to stop, not the relationship. This is funny. Yeah, I know that we are all built up with love, affection, passion for certain kind of persons, but it is better to love somebody from a distance than to love someone and stay in the same house with that person and the person is killing you every day. It is better you do away with that person for your peace, for your peace, just for you to be okay. So it's better you leave. So I don't see why you, as a victim of domestic violence or abuse, should remain in that relationship. Now, another person asked, are only women the victim of domestic violence? I think I said something about that. I said domestic violence affects both gender. It affects both the male and female. Although statistically it's high on the women, I think maybe because they say women are weaker vessels, but there are some women that are not weaker vessels though. But it affects both gender. So it's not only the women, yeah, that pass through that course. It's not only the women that pass through domestic violence. Before we watch another of the clips, so that you could really understand why I said it's not what you see. Sometimes the bed is not really rosy. Inside has so many challenges and problems. There's another question. I said, how can a family lawyer help? Before we answer that question, let's watch our second video. Alright? Just watch and understand.
You going somewhere?
They're home.
Yeah, but flight got cancelled.
I was going to spend the weekend at my parents.
With the one-way ticket. Simple.
Check for the kids. So I can go shopping for the shelter, the kids and the shelter.
Are you leaving me? Shall I? Try to be the perfect husband. Shall I have given you everything? You even live like a queen. Everything is provided for you. I don't cheat on you. I don't do anything. I love you with every fiber of my being. Shala, what more do you want? Why have you tried to do this to me?
Well, did you see that? So after watching our first clip, this is the second one. She was scared. So these people, they live in fear. They live in a state of fear that is too pronounced. She was scared because she knows what she's passing through and she wants to leave. She really wants to leave. Someone said, what are the early signs? Like early warning signs of a potential abuser. Says somebody said they're extremely jealous and controlling. Like they can control you. In a relationship, you start to hear things like that place that you're going to, that person you're following, in fact, I don't want anybody to be coming around you. I don't want this. You start, they live their life, they have this insecurity all around them and they impose it on you. That's a potential warning sign. If you're in that kind of relationship, it's advisable right now that you cut ties with that kind of person. Someone said they blame others for something they have done wrong. They blame you. We notice that actually. They start saying, am I not too good enough for you? Am I not doing my best to make you happy? Am I not doing this? Like they shift the blame from themselves to you. That's another warning sign. So you run away from such kind of people. Another person also said they say one thing but their actions doesn't match up. They say I love you. This person is telling you I love you, and the next thing the person is doing is beating you, and it does not rhyme. It doesn't. It doesn't flow that way. So please, if you are in that kind of relationship, please just will I say which word will I really say that will even be good? Person, I can't do it anymore. In fact, if it's that person, please. And if you're married to that person, please and please contact lawyers, voice out, speak up, say something. If you're not saying anything, nobody's going to hear you, nobody's going to help you out. So say something. Well, we'll just be watching, I think we'll be watching the last clip because so that we would understand whether she later left or she remained in the relationship. The last clip. We'll be watching the last clip.
And where is my husband? Your husband was what he came looking for. Where is my wife?
Last one.
Where is my wife?
Sorry. The last clip will be coming up shortly. Yeah. Sorry for that little break. But we'll be watching the last clip now to see if she actually left or she remained.
Do you remember? Thank you for everything. I love you. You belong to me. Do I look like a toy to you? To me? Grow up. Enjoy your new home. Don't be a little I'll make you pay. I'll make you pay. Yes.
Well. So she left him. That is just the general answer to those of you that are passing through domestic violence. In your marriages, in your relationships, please leave. These people, they cannot change. It is something that has, it's just like you go to you plant a seed of mango and it starts sprouting up and the tree start producing fruits. That mango will keep growing on that tree no matter how, unless you want to cut down the tree and maybe cut it down from the roots. But in as much as that tree is going to grow back again, that mango fruit will still come up on it. So they cannot change. It is better to leave. So if you are passing through domestic violence, abuse, please speak out as a victim first. Speak out as a victim first. Then if it's something that maybe you can't actually tell somebody, we are in a modern age, we're in technological age where we have phones. You could sit in your room, do a video and just post it online and somebody will help you. Somebody will help you from that particular problem. That somebody will help you and change and save your life. Remember what I said from the beginning. It is better to have your head on your neck than to have people coming to bury you. Please, let us live in peace with ourselves by averting all these problems concerning domestic violence. Please. And before we go, I just want you to know that even if you don't have a lawyer, and as long as you are able to speak out, somebody is out there that is going to buy your case. The person will actually pick up your case and the person will actually buy it and the person will actually help you to defend you in as much as you know that this is happening to you. Speak out. Well, to wrap up our show on domestic violence or on law and order today, remember to follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, post your comments, tell us what do you think. In fact, you could even give us advices on what you feel people that are passing through this domestic violence, what they should do so that everybody can live happily. I am still Mykael Deborah, and if you're following us for the first time or if you're watching me for the first time, please like our page, follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Till I come your way next time, this is Law and Order on SRTV. See you.
SRTV Logistics is here. Are you into a restaurant business? We are here to help you move your goods from one place to another. If you're moving your goods out of the country or within the country, you can come to us. Trust us to handle your deliveries with the utmost care and professionalism, ensuring your items reach their destination safely and on time. Don't settle for anything